This is insane, ladies and gentlemen. I actually lied. It's 7 cards in your hand, a Link 4 monster that can spell summon monsters to your side of the field. You are in a really good position, all off of 2 cards, and actually, if you take away the rest of your hand, you literally gained 4 cards off of this 2-card combo, and then the rest of your hand makes it 7. If you went second, then go ahead and put an 8th card into your hand and scrape your opponent. When it comes to competitiveness, I have a guy that I respect and trust to give you guys the most viable Blue Eyes deck profiles inside of Andrew Aquatree, also known as Olaf. But one thing that Andrew has taught me is that always look for innovation, new spicy wrinkles. And today, I'm going to be giving you guys a Blue Eyes deck profile that uses little to no dangers if you even want them to. I'm the TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, they're going to destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also want to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. Also, a mad shout out to our newest Patreon, or should I just say returning Patreon, Sean Rempel. Welcome to the clan. Make sure you add yourself to the Discord as well as message me or Jess so we can get you into the top dog so you can take advantage of all your rewards. Without further ado, I present to you a competitive Blue Eyes deck profile for this format. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to get your hopes up thinking that this deck can be a tier 1 contender. We saw it go against Salamangreat. We saw some of the great things, but we also know that if we had a more experienced Salamangreat, we would have been going into game 3. Looking at the stats, ladies and gentlemen, I do feel that Blue Eyes can top a regional level event. I also feel that the Danger Engine does provide another experience for it, as well as just the almost pure Guardragon Blue Eyes deck. Regardless, you're not going to be playing a lot of Blue Eyes cards because they're all pretty much outdated for the most part, but you are going to be abusing a different strategy or a different card inside of this build as opposed to the Dangers. I feel that the Dangers do have a bit more of an upside because they're less susceptible to hand traps, but this build is just a lot more fun to play and probably just as viable. Starting off with the monsters, we run 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon, Big Daddy Blue Eyes. This card is actually really important to the strategy because seeing him in your hand means you not only can special summon alternative White Dragon, but there are quite a few cards in this deck that revolve around sending a normal monster to the graveyard or just having that normal monster in your hand so you can cycle it into your deck and get more pieces. Next is 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. We cut this from 3 to 2 because it's a hard once per turn to summon a Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, but it does provide a free level 8 to your side of the field. To wrap up the Blue Eyes engine, we play 2 copies of the White Stone Legend White Stone Legend, and that's it. I was thinking of the White Stone Ancients, but this card, once into the graveyard, mandatory effect is to get you a Blue Eyes White Dragon to your hand, which is really important for so many combo sequences in this deck. We don't play we don't play Dragon Spirit of White, we don't play Stone of the Ancients, we don't play the level 1 Maiden, we don't play any of the level 1s, mainly because they don't get us into our combos. They're good cards, but for right now, I feel like these are the only important Blue Eyes cards that could be used inside of the deck. Next is 1 copy of Chaos Emperor Dragon. This card is searchable by Melody of the Dragon Awakening, and it can special summon itself as a free level 8 monster. This deck will really gain a lot of advantage if you can put 2 level 8 monsters on the board and start popping off, which is why Dangers are so important to the strategy. But even if you can't, there are ways around it. We run 1 copy of Chaos Dragon Levianeer for almost the exact same reason that we run Chaos Emperor Dragon. The only difference is this card can actually add disruption if you banish light and dark monsters, or it can get you a monster to your side of the field if you banish all light monsters, or it can just get rid of your opponent's cards in your opponent's hand if you banish all dark monsters. Next is 3 copies of the Spicy Tech. This card is a mandatory 3-up if you're not playing the Danger Engine. What it does is that you can normal summon this card to your side of the field by controlling a level 8 monster, which essentially gets you into your dark matter or your rank 8 plays. It's so good because it's searchable. You can send the Eclipse Wyvern to the graveyard and then banish the Eclipse Wyvern and add it to your hand. And then also on top of that, your deck doesn't need normal summons. We've taken out all of the normal summons through the Maiden cards and whatnot, or the Sage cards, and we've replaced it with a way to get into our level 8 as fast as possible, our rank 8s as fast as possible. 1 copy of Arcbrave Dragon followed by Amorphage Goliath. This little engine is pretty perky. One thing I want to point out is that Arcbrave Dragon be special summoned from your graveyard to destroy all your opponent's face-up spell and trap cards, so it's good against decks like Pendulum. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon is really essential to the Guardragon engine, and we play 3 Guardragon monsters. We play Garmedes, we play Prometheus, and World Chalice Guardragon. I would say that this is a card that you guys should buy before it skyrockets in price. This card's insane. It's a hand trap that allows you to special summon normal monsters to where a monster points to. Whoever thought of this card was like insanely smart, and it's a Guardragon. Next is Prometheus, which allows you to special summon itself when a normal monster is sent to the graveyard, and then Garmedes allows you to special summon itself from your hand when a normal monster is sent to the graveyard, and it allows you to send normal monsters from your hand to the graveyard to add it to your hand. So these cards really allow you to pop off, and they're really good dark matter targets. Next, 2 copies of Black Dragon Calip Serpent, 1 copy of White Dragon Wyvern Buster. I felt that this was a really good ratio. You could go 3-1, 3 black and 1 white, or you can go 2-2 if you so wish. But there are times where you see these cards and they're just like not the best thing. I was running a 3-3 and then I ran a 2-2 and I really didn't feel it. And then there's those times where you actually do need the card. So I decided to actually play. Last is 1 copy of Eclipse Wyvern. There are so many targets for Eclipse Wyvern in this deck, and it combos really well with your Black Dragon Calip Serpent. That is it for the monsters, ladies and gentlemen. For the spells, 3 copies of the best card in the deck. If you guys are playing the Danger Engine, this plus Jackal is 2 level 8s to your side of the field. You're pretty much set. This plus Nessie is going to get you into a level 8, so it's just pure advantage. You do not want this card to be negated, so a lot of times if you don't open a card like Call by the Grave or Cypher and Gear Gamma, you want to start playing other cards for your opponent to negate that, and then you go into your Melody play, because essentially all you need to do is put a rank 8 on the field, which is going to lead you to your Dark Matter, which should lead you to almost every single one of your combos. 3 copies of World Legacy Guardragon. This is a 2-card combo with Whitestone of the Ancient to basically produce almost the exact same board. It is insane what this card can do. I'll show you later in the combo tutorial. 3 copies of Trade-In. This is a card that I actually don't like playing in this deck, but I run like 12 level 8 monsters, so it was like, some of these cards need to be in the graveyard, and they do provide a little bit of synergy. 3 copies of Call by the Grave, so you don't get hand trapped. You never want to be hand trapped. And then 2 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords and Monster Reborn. Now, I wanted to play 3 copies of Return, but I've noticed that it was pretty bricky. And then the Monster Reborn, I mean, I wouldn't drop Return for a Monster Reborn because this can revive so much more. Last, one more thing I want to talk about with Return. It actually comes up to protect your dragon monsters. A lot of decks just can't handle when you have huge monsters on your side of the field and you have protection with it. So Return is actually pretty good. And then nextly, 2 copies of, or last 2 copies of Dragon Shrine and a Foolish Burial. Just getting dragons to the graveyard as fast as possible. Dragon Shrine actually did come up, and some interesting sequences. That is it for the main board. For the extra deck, there's only 11 card extra deck currently. I'm gonna have some options that you guys could play for the main board and the extra deck. So 2 Saryuja, I feel you don't have to play double Saryuja, but you need to at least play 1. If you are playing only 1 Saryuja, you need to play a Link 4 dragon such as Borlo, Boral Sword, preferably Boral Sword, because it does have 2 arrows pointing down adjacent to each other. So obviously that. 1 copy of Summon Sorceress. This card's insane for popping off with your combos. You guys seen it in the live duel. Reproticus to get into your Summon Sorceress. The Guardragon cards, spell summon from the deck and spell summon from the graveyard or banish. One thing, or hand in deck and graveyard and banish. One thing I don't think you guys have to play is Guardragon Argapane, but you know, that's obviously the next thing. 1 Link Kribo. Cards insane for the combo. Dark Matter, Full Armor, number 107 Galaxy Eye Tachyon Dragon. I actually thought that this card had applications because when you enter the battle phase, you can negate all cards on the field. And then number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This card I feel is just the best rank 8 right now. So the extra deck options which you guys could play, since you do have a lot of room, you could really play whatever you want if you ask me. I strongly suggest that you play another copy of number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon, depending on what you're changing in the main board. Argapane is really good for Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. It's also good for being able to special summon your King Dragun to your side of the field. Thank you, Olaf, for telling me to buy that card before it skyrocketed. Sometimes you gotta have those guys that let you know on top of you letting other people know. Triple Burst Dragon is really, really good in this deck. And then the Blue Eyes engine, which consists of Azure Eyes, Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and Stardust Spark Dragon. Those cards could be played inside of the deck. And then some cards that you guys could, I would suggest to you guys in the main board is you can go to straight to 44 cards and just play 3 Gammas in the driver. The reason why I would play this in Blue Eyes is because the deck is susceptible to like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring or your Melody and Dragon Awakening, but this essentially punishes your opponent for trying to punish you and can outright win you the game. Destrudo is really good. I mean, that should be self-explanatory. And one thing I really want to iterate is that while you don't have to play dangers, playing danger monsters are like insane, because not only can these guys be level 8 extenders to your side of the field, they can also get rid of your opponent's cards if they're discarded, like their trade-in food. I would strongly suggest them, but obviously I didn't play them because you guys wanted to see a non-danger deck profile. So if you guys are just looking for other level 8s, Beast King Barbaros is a level 8 monster that you can normal summon. Also, Mythic Tree and Mythic Water Dragon. Mythic Tree Dragon can turn itself to an 8 by targeting a water monster, or Mythic Water Dragon, and Mythic Water Dragon can summon itself by having an earth monster on the field like Beast King Barbaros. But that is it for the main board, the extra deck, as well as some extra options that you guys can play. Let me show you guys these combo tutorials. You guys are gonna love what you see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so this little 2-card combo is going to get you an insane amount of advantage. If you started off with a 5-card hand, you are going to have a 6-card hand at the end of this combo sequence, as well as a YuGiOh Skull Dread. And if you started with 6 cards, well, guess what? You'll have 7 cards with the YuGiOh Skull Dread. The 2 cards for this combo is 1 copy of Whitestone Legend and World Legacy Guardragon. With this sequence, you're going to be able to make a big board, and depending on your hand sequence, you're going to be able to destroy your opponent and make whatever board you want with Blue Eyes. You're going to start off by normal summoning your Whitestone of Legend and then immediately using it for a Link summon into your Linkuriboh, triggering the mandatory effect of your Whitestone of Legend to add Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. You're then going to follow up by activating World Legacy Guardragon to special summon your Whitestone of Legend and then immediately use it for a Link summon again into your Guardragon LP. From there, you're going to go ahead and trigger the effect of your Whitestone of Legend to add your 2nd copy of Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then, just to take a quick second, we actually used 2 cards, the World Legacy Guardragon and the Whitestone Legend, to get 2 cards from our hand and 2 cards on the field, or 3 cards on the field. So that's already insane advantage. Use the effect of your World Legacy Guardragon to move your LP over to the right, and guess what? Now you have an area where 2 monsters point to. Using the effect of LP, you can special summon a Red Eyes Darkness Metal from your deck or hand to your side of the field, and then Darkness Metal to special summon the Whitestone of Legends back to your side of the field. The LP, the Red Eyes, the Linkuriboh, and the Whitestone again are going to be used into your YuGiOh Skull Dread. Let me actually put 3 cards in my hand because that would be the rest of my hand, and then activate the effect of your YuGiOh Skull Dread. Now, here is something that I want to share with you guys. The Whitestone of Legend is a mandatory effect that will always activate even if you don't have targets. YuGiOh Skull Dread is an optional effect that can only activate after your mandatory effects will activate. So your YuGiOh Skull Dread will always be chain linked 2, and your Whitestone of Legend will always be chain linked 1 in this particular combo sequence. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the first 3 cards, which is actually a really good hand, and then we're going to draw 4 additional cards for YuGiOh. This is insane, ladies and gentlemen. I actually lied. It's 7 cards in your hand, a Link 4 monster that can special summon monsters to your side of the field. You are in a really good position, all off of 2 cards, and actually, if you take away the rest of your hand, you literally gained 4 cards off of this 2-card combo, and then the rest of your hand makes it 7. If you went second, then go ahead and put an 8th card into your hand and scrape your opponent. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the second combo will net you just about the exact same thing. It's just to show you how consistently this deck can do it and how it has multiple avenues to make really big boards. This 2.5 card combo requires Melody of the Dragon Awakening, any monster that you can summon to your side of the field that's level 8, and a card to obviously discard with Melody of the Dragon Awakening. If you guys are running the Danger Engine, then it just requires Melody of the Dragon Awakening and, Danger Jackalope. But we're not even going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this combo. I'm going to put Eclipse Wyvern in here just for extra swag, and we're going to start off with this combo. The first thing we're going to do is use Melody of the Dragon Awakening, pitching the Eclipse Wyvern to add Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then Eclipse Wyvern to banish Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Always banish the Levianeer, ladies and gentlemen. You never want to banish the Chaos Emperor Dragon, because it's easier to summon the Chaos Emperor Dragon and get the Levianeer than to summon the Levianeer and get the Chaos Emperor Dragon. From here on out, we're going to go ahead and use Alternative White Dragon, revealing the Blue Eyes White Dragon to summon itself, and then we're going to normal summon Parsec the Interstellar Dragon. Both Parsec and our Blue Eyes Alternative will be used for your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or Tachyon Dragon, and then into your Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. Now, Dark Matter Dragon is going to send an interesting collection of cards to your graveyard. You're going to send your World Chalice Guardragon, your Guardragon Prometheus, and your Guardragon Garmodies. And I know you guys are looking at me like, wait, there's no Morphage lock or anything. We're actually going to be able to make that later if we do have enough cards to make another rank 8 monsters. For now, we're just going to focus on getting the Dark Matter off of our board. We're going to go ahead excuse me, and use the effect of our Garmentes, pitching the Blue Eyes White Dragon to the graveyard to add itself from his hand, and its Chain Link 2, we're going to use itself to special summon itself, and Chain Link 1, we're going to special summon the Guardragon Primitus. This prevents our opponent from using cards like Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion from banishing or stopping the Primitus for summoning. Now, one of these monsters have to go to a zone where Summon Sorceress points to. Does not matter which one, it just has to be one of them. Use the Primitus and the Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon for a link summon and to your Reproticus, and then go ahead and use your World Chalice Guardragon's effect in your graveyard, banishing itself to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon to Reproticus points 2. Reproticus turns Blue Eyes into a dinosaur monster, and now you link away with those two monsters into Summon Sorceress. Summon Sorceress targets your Garmentes to special summon your White Stone of Legends to your side of the field, and now your Legends will be used for a link summon into your Guardragon LP. Trigger the effect of your White Stone of Legends to add Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand, and then use your Guardragon Garmentes for another link summon into your Guardragon Pisty. Now you have a zone where two monsters point to. Use the effect of your Guardragon LP to special summon Red Eye Darkness Metal to your side of the field, and now Darkness Metal is going to special summon the White Stone of Legends to your side of the field. LP, Red Eye Darkness Metal, Summon Sorceress, and the White Stone will all be used for a link summon into Saryuja Skull Dread. Go ahead and draw 4 cards. Let me draw my first 2. Draw 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're gonna reveal them. Oh, well, it's pretty good that I drew that Page Goliath and I actually used the Wyvern in a part of the combo sequence. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of an extended combo if you happen to open the Wyvern, it looks like. So I'm gonna put you, and you to the bottom of my deck, and then I'm gonna trigger my White Stone. That's gonna allow me to add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck to my hand. So ultimately, this would be our hand right now, or I'm sorry, something like this would be our hand right now, something like this would be our hand right now, but we're gonna go ahead and show you a quick little extension, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna use the Pisties effect to special summon that Red Eyes Darkness Metal, and then special summon that that White Stone of Legend back to your side of the field. At this point in time, since in this particular hand, I'm gonna use Saryuja Skull Dread to special summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Actually, no, I don't even need, yeah, I'm gonna do that anyways. And now we're gonna use all 4 of these monsters for a second link summon into Saryuja Skull Dread. This deck is just really fun to play. You guys can see my excitement. I'm gonna go ahead and draw 3 more cards, and you can go to the bottom of the deck. As you guys can see, I drew the Malady of Dragon Awakening, so I was gonna pretty much get that Chaos Emperor Dragon no matter what. Let me have a little more fun with you guys if you don't mind. I'm gonna go ahead and use my White Stone of Legend to add Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck to my hand. And then I'm gonna go ahead and special summon said Blue Eyes. These 2 monsters are gonna be used to make my second Dark Matter Dragon. Where is my hand? Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. And then Dark Matter Dragon's effect is going to activate. I am going to send you, and in this particular combo, I would actually send the Wyvern to the graveyard, but since I already have the Wyvern, and you know, that I sent to the graveyard, I'm just going to send these 3. So now my opponent must banish 6 cards from their deck. Then I'm going to go ahead and special summon the Chaos Emperor Dragon by banishing 1 light monster and 1 dark monster. Here's my dark monster. Here's my light monster. Oh, no, I used my light monster. What am I thinking? I want to banish you as my light monster. To special summon Chaos Emperor Dragon to my side of the field. I'm going to trigger my Wyvern to add Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Then I'm going to activate World Legacy Guardragon to special summon the White Stone of Legend. These 2 monsters for a Synchro Summon. Right into our Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, and now I'm gonna summon my Chaos Dragon Levianeer by banishing 3 light monsters, 1, 2, 3, to summon itself. Levianeer is gonna allow me to special summon a monster to my side of the field. And then these 2 monsters can be used for an Exceed summon, whether you want to make a Harbinger, whether you want to make another Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. But seriously, look at the board that I just surmounted. I will be showing my Patreons some insane test hands because I just had to go ham and show you how powerful this deck is. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. And if you didn't, let us know in the comment section what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.